folks, welcome back to Coriolis, Emissary Lost, Mercy of the Icons. I think I've got that all in the right order, but I might not because it's a long title. So, last week we explored the Sanatorium, the people who we are fairly sure are at the heart of this conspiracy, this terrible stuff that's going on. Trying to find our missing, what is new? Our missing payday? Our missing
wallet?
Cash cow? Our missing link to our
missing family.
Our missing captain who has stranded us on Coriolis for ages and then also gotten us involved in the disappearance of the emissary. Now we're in the pocket of a judge who's going to give us a lot of money so long as we tell her what's going on. And then we've done some mind reading. We think the judge has got involved with the mystics because of her family. Something about the real Sanatorium somewhere else on Coriolis. And we've got a pocket full of paper.
We went vibro bullet shopping as well with James's friends.
Oh,
We were shopping, didn't we?
Yeah.
Of course,
That's where we
where
ended
it.
We ended with a shop with the.
yeah.
Oh,
With
yes.
the arms dealer. Oh, of course, yeah. I was going to ask. I was going to ask about smuggling.
You were, yeah.
I
remember
literally,
Are we gun runners?
I've literally completely blanked it last session. I don't know why. Yeah, because we were going to talk to the contacts in the Ozone Plaza about. There's a lot of people gone moving through the sanatorium, like gone to treatment and then disappeared, and then they've got to have been moved somewhere somehow, and like there might be, because I think that only someone from Coriolis would know how to do that. So we're going to be like, who's got their finger in this particular messy pie? Doesn't sound great.
It's the Bulbasaurs.
There was a Bulbasaur.
The Bulbasaurs are fiddling my pie.
Oh, yeah, the Burbacils. The Burbacil family.
The Burbacils, yeah.
The Bulbasaurs, yeah, okay. I know now. I realise what we're doing here. Yeah, I forgot we were doing all the silly names. I forgot. I
Well,
shouldn't
everybody
have.
knew what I meant.
Yeah, we got there in the end. We ended in the Ozone Plaza. We were just chatting with our new friend. I can't for the life of me remember what their name was, so we can invent their name again, and if it turns out I've got their name wrong, we can go back and change it.
I think Jethro. Zillion would definitely be friends with people called Jethro.
Or perhaps it's just a case of them being a little bit like Kashar and always having alternative names.
Oh, soulmate, cool.
Yeah, just like that. So we wanted to buy some of these extra bits and pieces. You were showing him the bullet, and he was like, "Did you fire it into an ED field? This is really weird. What were you doing?"
Yeah, it was dented.
there we
Kashar's
go.
conspiracy theory looks more solid now.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So we had that conversation. We're confused about whether he was trying to see if you were testing him, wasn't he? Did you fire this into an explosive decompression shield? Where did you get it? And it was, it's probably made by some of the rebels, some of the terrorists, the folks, the people down on Kua is what they reckon, because it's not made with brilliant sort of alloys and composites, but it's quite effective at what it does.
The Kuat United Liberation Army.
Yeah, the People's Kuan Army of Liberation, or the Army of People's Liberation for Kua. So yeah, he looks at it and he explains all this kind of stuff, and then he's like, we do some shopping. You can work that out. I don't
Yeah, we were gonna buy grenades, weren't we?
buy some grenades because you're licensed.
We couldn't get grenades.
Due to the whole space station decompression thing.
Yeah, we like our space station atmosphere to stay inside the space station. It's It's just something we enjoy.
I was looking at. I don't know how they work, but I was looking at like combat shields, because it says they're like expandable. I was wondering whether I'd be able to get one in like a bag, and then just have that around my my purse, but it's a big
like
purse.
a man purse.
Yeah.
A big shield-shaped purse.
I rather like the idea. It starts off really small, so he kind of looks like bookish and very priestly, and then someone makes him mad, and he's got like a tiny sword and shield, and he sort of does this, and suddenly they're like huge and on fire.
Because I was thinking, like, I'd like to have a shield, because I feel like I'm going to need a shield at some point when someone starts shooting at me.
Nah.
I'm trying to make a fantasy RPG cleric with a sword and a shield and mind powers.
Like
Yes.
I mean, I guess.
What page are the shields on?
They are.
I've gone too far. Everyday items, tabulars, tags.
132 is combat shield.
132. Oh, there we go.
If I'm being honest, if someone mentions combat shield, like, I'm just going to look at Zellion.
What? As in,
As in,
just shove me in front of it.
Stand behind you. Yes.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I have heavy armor, so I'm basically a walking combat shield.
Because so that combat shield is heavy, which means it's going to take up quite a few lines on your thing, isn't it? And
Yeah, so I've got down my lines. Because currently it's what is it? A normal.
a normal takes up one line,
Yeah.
and then a heavy will take up a couple more. And then
It's 2, 1, and like half, isn't it? Something like
yeah,
that.
tiny is nothing and small is half.
Yeah. You get 4 lines, is it?
It depends on your strength.
Oh, that's cool.
I have-
Is it not double your strength?
Yeah, it's double your strength. There you go.
Oh, I get 8 lines then.
Really? Your strength 4?
Yeah.
Cool.
So I've got 1, 2, 3 normals, 2 lights, and then some tinies.
That gives you 4 slots left, I think. 2 lights equals 1 slot.
Yeah. So yeah, so I've got 4. Yeah, like I said, 4 slots left. So 2 slots left with a combat shield.
You could get 2, and you know, like those sandwich boards that religious people use? You could just write your slogans on them and wear those.
A combat shield are expandable covers for one soldier with small holes to fire a gun through and transparent armorite windows for scouting.
Oh, you can't. It's literally like a battle point rather than
it's
holding its shield.
Yeah, it's that kind of. What do you see them? You see them in Mass Effect, don't you? Where they kind of
Yeah,
click out.
yeah.
I'm just trying to think of something that. The only reason I was saying that one because it's expandable, which I didn't know whether it meant it starts off small and goes big, or whether it's like it starts off big and goes bigger.
Well, it's just for you. I think unless you are ready for, like, unless this is like I sit down, I get out my shield, I'm ready, and now we're gonna go. It's gonna take like 2 AP to use it in combat.
Fine. Like I'm fine with it taking time for me to get out of a bag if I'm not ready. That's completely fine.
Yeah,
I just want to spend like.
It sounds like the
'cause-
sort of thing you'd stand behind and just swing at people from behind it.
Well, it's supposed to have holes in it to shoot through.
Yeah, my impression it was like one on the ground and you sort of hide behind it and pop up. But I like the idea of Coriolis stood behind like a 4-foot shield just swinging away.
Hooks around the front.
Yeah.
Like that.
Depends. If it's a stationary thing, then I'll go for the other one. It depends.
No, I think it'll be fine. I just think it's going to cost 2 AP to pop this bad boy out if you caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I spend like 1,000 in total, 200 for a bag to contain it. That doesn't look out of place.
Yeah. Sure. We cut off the Coriolis guard patches, sew on some Seeker Bible school stuff.
And hello, Garblag. All right then. Is Celine buying anything? I don't think Kashara will, to be honest with you.
No, shield good.
Maybe. I don't like spending my money.
None of this is your money. It's your money. You could pretend it was Nur's money.
Well, I'd like to get hold of Nur's money and then pretend it's mine.
You did get a hold of Nur's money. There was a tag with like 2,000 bear on, remember?
Yeah, I know. That's not really what we're owed, though, is it?
Oh, you mean Sabitha's money?
Well,
That is
if
really
she's
your
dead,
money.
it's Nur's money. That's how inheritance works, yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Oh, I wonder if I can put us down as relatives. I should do that.
Which
Let's
is what Zillion was saying, and, and
That's my whole thing.
No,
yeah.
no. I don't mean for Nur. I mean for the captain. We could be the captain's relatives, so that if we can prove she's dead, it's our ship.
If we're Nur's relatives, we are the captain's relatives because Nur's kid. So if I'm saying I'm her uncle, that makes me Sabitha's brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So...
I didn't mean for Nur. I meant more for just inheriting the ship.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Well, this has been the problem on Coriolis. This is the problem we've been having because there's been no proof. Like Sabitha wasn't on the manifest for the Ghazali. So when the Ghazali blew up and died, there was no record of Sabitha being on it. And so the administration, the protocols that were like, oh, we will release things to the next of kin, can't kick in because officially the person who owns your ship and the person who has access to the Havela, the bank accounts and stuff across the horizon, is just missing. And they've only been missing for 6 months, which, you know, in Coriolis, they'd just gone on a long trip to the other end of the system, really.
Space months, it's like 13,000
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. So that's the kind of problem of what's going on. Now you've got a friends with the judge, with Judge Dolfasra, Kirahan Dolfasra, and she said she was going to try and expedite at least the release of your ship to you.
Okay.
Maybe if you're really useful, she will expedite other changes of kin, or maybe by the time she's done that, you'll found Sabitha and you know, Runga for all the money you're owed.
Mm-hmm.
But
Cool.
yeah. All right, so we do some shopping. We
Yeah, I want to know about smugglers. Smugglers.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I find the dodgiest dive bar, the creepiest merchant, the craziest, kookiest NPC I can find?
You want a crazy kooky NPC? I'm not sure I can
Yep.
do that.
I want Matthew Mercer style, like crazy facial expressions and voices. Millie, I won't be accepting anything less.
Smoke powder. That's what we're doing here. All right.
Yeah.
Doc Brown is an NPC.
Doc Brown is.
Yeah.
Scott Marty.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can't really see Doc Brown as a people smuggler, but you know.
I mean,
Great Scott, Marty! They've died in the fridges.
Again.
the thing
Those
we
damn
forget,
children clogging up the
we
wheels.
forget about Doc Brown is that he was actually dealing with terrorists in order to
he
get
was
his
dealing-
nuclear
Yeah, that is
fusion
true.
code for the
Yeah.
original
Yeah.
time machine. So let's not jump to some like squeaky green conclusions about Doc Brown.
And who knows,
He's
maybe
got
it started
dodgy
with a fridge
contacts.
capacitor and moved on to a flux capacitor.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So, let's have a manipulation roll. See if we can buy the right people drinks, make the right connections.
Are we doing this with or without Carvus, by the way? Because
Well, that was my next question.
yeah.
We're doing it without Carvus because Carvus is not the kind of person we want around when we're trying to find dodgy
He's
people.
like the church feds.
Yeah.
All right. So if
So-
Carvus was there, it would have been at -2. But you folks, because you are shady as anything, can just do a straight manipulation roll.
I have empathy 2, and I've put a point in manipulation for 1. So I've got 3, 4 with an assist. How about you, Graham?
Exactly the same as you.
been
However,
better.
though, we are actually supposed to be smugglers, so would we not know other smugglers?
Well, part of that
I
was
mean, we might be the good
Sabitha.
smugglers that
Sabitha
only-
was your captain and made
Oh,
those,
that's true, yeah, nobody
those
knows
kind
me,
of things.
so yeah.
and she
I
kind
won't
of
have talked to
had
anybody.
Carvis on board to make it look legitimate kind of cover. Yeah. And then are you asking like, hey, where's Sabitha's crew? Do we know stuff?
I don't think I'd want to be the face of anything, so I will let Zellian roll.
Alright. Shazam, here comes the first rucka roll. 1, 2, 4, 2. 1, 2, 4, 2.
1, 2, 4, 2. Would you like to push that roll?
Oh, yeah, because I really want to find these guys. So,
I think that Corvus has hacked Nightbot, yes.
Yeah.
so I just roll this again.
Roll it all again. Yeah. If you didn't get any, successes, you can roll everything.
All right. Ah, 1 success.
Alright.
Sexy 6.
Sexy 6. So we make some inquiries. We sort of suggest and make some kind of comments about mercenary work and this kind of stuff. We end up quite close to home, not far from Stevedore Central, in the Ozone Plaza. And we have a couple of chats with some folks who say, "Oh, go and ask them over there, and go and speak to them. This is too odd for my blood," that kind of thing. And it's the Lama Gang, Lama.
It's my people.
The Lama Gang.
Llama Gang, I love it.
Lama Gang. Somebody in chat was thinking of naming an NPC, so if you want to name a member of the Lama Gang, this would be the moment to spend those 1,000 freely points.
Please just call them Double L.
Llama, slammer, llama ding dong.
Bear in mind, I have final veto if it's rude or Nightbot might block it, or that kind of stuff.
He's chosen a real name.
Okay, I think he's trolling someone somewhere. So we meet up with this person, and they kind of look at us, look at Zellian, and they sort of look at you and go, what is it you're looking for? What is it you're trying to find here? You're asking some very dangerous questions, friend.
I look at him and I say, "Look,
That's flirting talk.
we have friends that have connections to some really sinister plot that's going on here. One of my my niece, is it girl? No, it's a girl, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, sure.
Confused for a second. My niece has got herself mixed up with a bad group, and I think that she's been taken off this station. Now I know that only people in Coriolis that know how to move people from here to any of the planets without guards noticing and patrols and paperwork kind of come around here and talk to people. And basically, I don't want to know any names. You don't have to give me who's involved, how they're involved. I just want to know where they're going from so we can go down, ask some questions. All I want.
So they look at you and shake their heads a bit. They kind of look. We've been doing some work. We've been sending some stuff down to Kua.
Fucking cool. Shipments not necessarily on the radar, kind of quiet.
Well, bit of both. Two-way traffic. We thought originally some of the... And he gestures like upwards towards the spire, like above, in that kind of you know, the rich folk. Like, we originally thought it was maybe some of them just fueling the revolution or little petty wars down on Kua territory. It's good mining rights in some of the basins down there. We originally thought it was just them, so maybe they'd ship some weapons in, and then some of it would go out. But what we found is there's some weapons coming in, some folks coming in.
Yeah.
Different folks. Medical supplies going down. Not quite sure of what the traffic is, but if your friend's gone missing from Coriolis, they're either still in the cellar or on Kua.
And there'll be like visible kind of like Kua repugnance on Lillian's face, and it's like the last thing I want to go back to is that hellhole. But I appreciate the information. I appreciate that we keep this between ourselves. And I kind of I'll buy him a bottle of finest lime caviar mousse cola. slam it on the table in front of him and say,
his eyes, he does that kind of woo,
Really
really.
available in quality establishments.
Yeah. That kind of okay.
And I'll go like, you ain't seen me, right?
Yeah. He says, listen, if you're heading down to the cellar, take care. Either there are actually monsters down there, or there's some vicious guys.
And I look at him and say, I'm not afraid of monsters. The monsters are afraid of me. And then I'll coolly walk away.
And then I walk away.
Yeah.
I'll stand there awkwardly for a few minutes before deciding to leave.
And he'll just sit there and think, what a tit.
I'm mostly just staring at the guy's musical lime caviar, thinking, should I get one? Should I get two? And then realizing you've gone and just walking after you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they reckon they're either in the cellar or they're already on Kua.
Okay. I'm going to go back to Carvis and say, from the sounds of it, the people that they're treating are being taken to a secondary holding place on Kua. And given the time that's lapsed since Neo was taken, I think we might have to go planet side.
How are we going to get down to the planet with a ship?
I think we need to call a favor.
Well, they've got transportation down. We could potentially get ourselves on one of those.
Is
Did
there
they
a...
say the medicines were coming in or going out? They were going out, weren't they?
Weapons and people in,
Yeah.
medicine and people out.
Yeah.
Which is what confused them.
Mm-hmm. We can
Do you
go
think...
check out where, you know, if we can find anything in the cellar. I could always call that guy and ask him.
Yeah, the...
Plus, we haven't looked through the data yet as well, so
Yeah,
might give
I'll
us
do
like
that.
a geotag or something. But
Well-
if there's already ships going down there, let's just avail ourselves of those.
Do you want to give that guy a call, and me and Zelling can look through whatever paper he's managed to...
Well, first of all, I should try the data, the stuff I copied, and potentially, I don't know if I should wait for him to call me, because he might have restrictions. I don't want him to, like, if I call him and someone's like, "Oh, why is your other phone ringing?" Yeah, so let me try the data first then.
All right, so we head back to Mira's, a place where we're safe, a place where we know relatively we can do jigsaw puzzles of paper and also dodgy tabula. Oh no, you've got a bigger computer, haven't you? You've got your console, your computer. Yeah. All right. So let's make a data gen roll for the stuff that we got.
Is it data?
For me,
is
it
it-
is. For you, it
yeah.
won't be. Yours, I guess, would be observation or something.
Putting paper back together, is
Yeah,
it data?
yeah,
It's data.
It's observation. It's jigsaw
Alright.
puzzles.
All right.
I got success.
All right.
Help you out there, James.
So yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Carvers, do you want to help me put together a jigsaw puzzle?
Oh, we used to do these in seminary. Find the edges. Yeah.
Here we go. Wee. That is a lot of ones. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones.
Oof.
But there are 2 6s.
We're not
Oh, okay.
secretly playing Alien, so it's okay. I just want to.
God, if one took away 6s, that'd be so cruel.
Oh, they don't take away 6s in Aliens. They just make you panic, and bad stuff can happen.
All right,
Oh.
so I'm really panicking at the jigsaw. Then.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Where's this edge piece?
No.
I think my last flaw in Aliens was trigger happy, so I'd be shooting the walls up because I failed to do a jigsaw puzzle.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
So, hang on, let me look. All right. One of the well, the only thing, and it's I guess what stops Kashar from doing anything else. Whilst searching through the data that you pulled off the servers in the middle of the sanatorium, and you downloaded as much as you could, you find a invoice, a digital invoice for 50,000 burr. Like a lot of burr. Let me see, where is it?
Even I would pay for my own breakfast with that money.
If you had that, you would pay for your own breakfast.
Maybe once a day.
I'm doing breakfast.
Find out who the invoice is made out to, I assume.
Yeah, hang on, I'm just checking that I'm getting the right thing.
I can pilot Zellion. I've been.
Can you?
Yeah, I've been, as I sort of think that to have all the different identities, I need to be able to fake a whole bunch of different jobs. I've got 1 point in quite a lot of things.
Nice. So at least you can
Just so she
vaguely do
can-
it then.
Exactly, yeah. I can sort of semi-convincingly bullshit my way through a career for that identity.
All right, so
Nice.
it is a it's an invoice. It's from a company called Hassam, and it's got like a fancy logo and all that kind of stuff in it. But what kind of flags your curiosity or your concern is that part of the breakdown in what it's for. So there's medical fees and transportation, courier fees, and then there's 2 payment situations. Most of it, about 30,000 burr, is to the Hassam company. The second payment, the 20,000 burr, is to an alias you know is Sabitha, like one of Sabitha's kind of names.
So I guess that Carvis and Zellion find this out because you can hear Kashar throwing like a chair across the room and screaming what a bitch that person is, and then picking the chair back up to throw it across the other side of the room.
Mira's like, no.
I look at Kashar saying, have I missed something? What's going on?
Sorry,
I was just doing a
forgot we're in a
jigsaw.
public bar. She was overcome with emotion. I will turn my console round and just shove it in his face. Will he recognise the thing as well?
Yeah, I guess you were. It's one of Sabitha's cover names. One of the like when she has to, invoice somebody, it's one of her fake businesses that Kashar's probably helped set up.
What?
That's my bank account.
Yeah.
So, hang on.
She's
the
trafficked
people-
her own fucking daughter. We should definitely kill her now.
Oh my!
And she robbed us.
The date on this invoice is roughly the same time as the Ghazali incident.
Oh my God! That's what she was doing. That's why she didn't tell us when she went. She was working for these fucks.
Bad news, she might be alive and people smuggling her own child. Good news, if she's dead, she's richer than we thought.
Oh my God! I was.
And if she's alive, let's kill her. Twice.
We have to. If she's alive, we have to find her. If she's, the whole reason we're in this shitty mess is because she abandoned us and left us stranded here. And promised that, and Noah reached out because she thought we were safe, and it turns out her own bloody mother is selling her to some kind of, we don't even know what, slavers, medical experiment, some kind of religious cult. Like, I didn't give a shit about the kid before, but now, now I know what's happened to her. That's not right.
I would like to, because I know that we're supposed to go to the cellar.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if Hassam Industries have any warehouse space or flight bays, whatever, in the cellar.
All right. You want to have a look at that. So while you're piecing all these bits, how many successes did you get for the bits of paper and stuff? Was it 2?
2.
2 successes.
5 ones and 2 6s. And some others.
As much as I would love there to have been something in this shredded paper, it looks like it's just ward notes. Like, it's stuff they've taken. It's like medical information and, the thing, like notes and things.
I've cracked it. Mateus needs his bandages changed. No, that doesn't help.
Yeah.
Old Mrs. Leary has bunions. It's good to know.
Yeah.
And yeah, so they've digitized them and then shredded them. And it's all fairly recent stuff. It's like mundane ward stuff. You go through it all, you do bits and pieces. You are absolutely certain there is nothing incriminating and beyond the hospital kind of stuff here. They did not keep dodgy stuff shredded in their accounts room. I'm sorry.
I've realised
fine.
that Lily
It
the
was
Test
fun.
Goblin probably means Nissan.
Yes. Oh! Can you pass me my camera? Because it's just fallen down.
Earthquake.
Is it...
I'll improve the view.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks. This is... It's just doing so well today.
Techwin.
I was going to say something, but I forgot what it was now. Distracted by spiraling into the void.
Was it about...
God.
bunions or finding Hassam Industries?
Oh, no. I was basically going to say it doesn't matter that we didn't find any information.
Mm-hmm.
The journey and the bonding that Carvus and I had over finding the pieces and completing our jigsaws was worth it all along. And I'd like to think that as Carvus put the last piece in, I looked deep into his eyes and said, "You complete me." And there was a moment before
connection.
yeah, his hand lingering on the jigsaw piece, and I'm just like, "Oh, what a guy!"
I love the juxtaposition. You're nicely doing a jigsaw together, and I'm like losing my shit and throwing stuff everywhere.
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
Do you want me to make a roll for Hassam Industries in the cellar?
Yes, sure. Yeah, let's make a data gym roll. Let's see if we can find anything.
I got 1 success.
All right, there is no Hassam Industries, no Hassam Trading, no Hassam. No business connected to the names you've taken from here on Coriolis. There is a listing for a Hassam Industries in Bay Basin.
Where's that?
Which is a part of not Bay Basin. Yes, Bay Basin. Which is on Kua. They have offices in Bay Basin. They have offices in Little Algol, which is near the Monolith, and other places further afield. From what you gather, they are slavers.
All right, Lovely.
Which
lovely.
is a legitimately legal business on Algol. On Akua, even.
Civilization, yeah. Right then.
What's the plan?
We should probably go and update the judge at this point, I think.
Yeah, I was going to suggest the same thing. We need to tell about the ambassador and the stuff we found here.
You could tell her about mind bulleting that person. Just say you mistook them for a yak and it'll be fine.
Are you gonna? So are you gonna try? You've got a direct line to Judge Kurhandal Fasra, or you've got Akuba's.
Oh, we're supposed to go and meet them. Didn't we have a place and time to go and meet them? And because we sent Akuba off disappointed.
You were gonna meet them. She was gonna get you more information about the blood work and stuff.
Yeah.
Like she
Yeah,
fired
she
you over,
gave that
didn't
to
she?
us.
Yeah, she sent that. You sent you that information. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's got strangely regenerative properties.
Yes, and the emissary might be a humanite. Which means maybe you're a humanite, Carvus. Maybe that's why you got special powers.
You're pushing it there, sure.
I'm aiming for my own bonding moment, you know? Releases pheromones.
Oh, this was genuine. If you force it, if you date rape it, that's not the same.
Harsh. It's not that effective.
I was only trying to, like, you know, insinuate his whole world is wrong as well. So.
Gosh.
I was only casually questioning his entire existence.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Every, you know, he could start his own religion out of the crisis of existentialism that he's undergoing.
Okay, so
yeah.
while we're sat at hang on, I just need to check. I am going to spend 2 darkness points.
Ooh.
So while we're there, Kashar finally calms down from a tantrum, and we you know, Mira is like, put the chair back, sit down.
I mean, these are good chairs. He didn't break when I threw it twice.
Paid a fair bit of birr for those chairs.
It's bar fight proof. It just bounces off people.
Yeah. The screen behind her, the 24-hour news bulletin of Coriolis kind of stuff flashes up, and Akuba's on it, and on this breaking news, stood next to Jailer, the lady you saw in the bar, and Jailer is on the news, looking fairly pleased with herself.
The reporter?
Yeah, the reporter.
Yeah.
Looking really pleased with herself. Stood next to Akuba, who still has a full mask, a adjudicator mask, and but you can tell from Akuba's body language.
Why do I have a feeling that this is just going to bite us in the ass?
Akuba is not happy. Yeah, Akuba's not in a good mood.
Has she drawn a frowny face on the mask?
Yeah, little emoji drops down.
Angry eyes. With that.
I'm just imagining, what is it? The bad cop from the Lego movie, just like the angry face.
Yeah.
So Jailer is talking to Akuba, and she says, "My sources tell me that the victims of the shootings in the cantina behind us are not the first of the so-called mystic that have been killed recently. Is that right, adjudicator?" And you can see from Akuba's body language, these 2 words are about as exciting as she's gonna get, and it's just that's correct. Is it true that you've linked the events today to 7 other mystic murders? And Akuba's like, "We believe so." And isn't it probable that that more bodies will surface during your investigation, as over a dozen of these new mystics have been reported missing? And Akuba is just can't believe I'm having to repeat the same kind of thing over again. We will not speculate about the investigation at this time. Many of the new mystics choose to leave their lives behind, which could factor into contributing to the reported disappearances. What is your comment on the rumour that only first-come people have been affected by the Mystics disease? I cannot comment on that. Can't comment or won't comment. And Akuba's just like, if I could kill someone live on air and get away with it, I would, kind of thing. And Jailer is just like, yes, I'm going to be famous.
I think we need to rescue this situation.
Yeah.
I think we need to never talk to that jailer again.
And they have this backwards and forwards a bit, and eventually Jailer is kind of like they link back to the desk, to the studio, and the bulletin host, the woman there, she goes, and that was Jailer Kurahari on the scene of yet another set of murders that are linked to this mystic's disease. We believe the victims was one young man, and a picture of Aram shows up, Aram Yaffa, and a vagrant street fortune teller, and the picture of the woman who spat on the sugar globe as well. You know, the one who told you.
The one who said I was going to be an emissary.
Yeah. And a woman, a vagrant woman who have yet unnamed. May the icons bless their journey to the stars, and so on and so on, that kind of stuff. And it then goes on to showing, other things and talking about that kind of stuff.
Maybe mentioning the real sanatorium wasn't such a good idea then, eh? But at least we know it really exists.
Yeah.
Do you think this is work of the Burbacils?
No, I think that the Nurse Ratchet character, I can't remember her name, Sister something or other. The one who was mean to us anyway.
Sister Robwa.
Sister Robwa, that's it.
Robwa.
Is presumably kicking this off. I think what they're trying to do is remove anyone who might know where the real sanatorium or any connection to it is, and just getting rid. Also, we should probably go to that other baklava shop and send Aram's family a consolation prize.
The son has just been killed, and you're going to send
They're
them
not going to want to
baklava?
cook, are they? And I know they like baklava, so it's a nice thing, really.
Because Shah is evil.
He's... Why would they kill him?
Because he knows stuff, he can tell. Like, if you think you've got 6 people and they all know something about you, but not quite the same, you don't want anyone to join the dots, do you? So, yeah.
They're also only targeted mystics.
Yeah.
The lady heard the song.
Mm-hmm.
The Aram we know is able to read minds to a degree.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The only people that kill the
They're
mystics.
all quite low power mystics as well.
Carvis, you spoke with a guard patrol captain right at the start.
Yes.
Who was like, "Oh, I'm a little bit mysticky," wasn't he?
I don't know if he was mystic-y.
I thought like he was. I'm sure Millie said like he was like.
Churchy, wasn't he?
Was he just churchy?
Yeah, he was.
'Cause I just remember
Yeah.
it being like when he spoke to you, he was like, "Oh yes, one of me." Like I can't remember. Was it?
Mostly to do. I think that's mostly because of
Was he just
my
churchy?
position as a preacher.
fair
Yes.
I was gonna say like, let's find out if he's dead.
If they're killing mystics, quite blatantly killing mystics to be shot, and disappearances going on.
Viewers may find these scenes distressing, and it like shows like blood all over the cantina that you sat at. Like this was an over kind of shot.
I'm still not 100% sure it's not the Burbacils, or at least in some connection between them and the Priors.
So this is the place where you were sat down when you had the reaction to whatever the emissary did, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That was really public.
Yeah,
it was.
So if there's no camera footage of that, it's definitely the genuine power and not the Burbacils. Like if there's some random guy shooting people, then sure, the Burbacils might have paid or hired or just leverage that into existence. But getting away with it, no cameras, no suspect, implies a
I mean,
bit more.
there are also people we've interacted with, specifically mystics that we've interacted with.
Have we interacted with any other mystics?
Althea?
Yes,
Oh,
once here.
Althea,
Yeah.
where the fuck's is she alright?
So Mira is Well, I've spoke to some friends. I've arranged passage for Althea. I think a trip off station would have been good for them, and so it was arranged. She's not here anymore. I could check in with folks, but you know, it takes a while to get a message when people.
Where does she go? What? Well, was she going to Kuma?
Kua? No.
Kua.
I don't have any contacts on Kua.
Okay. Well, wherever it is, it's most likely going to be safer than here, and definitely safer than Kua. Right.
Okay. It does feel like judge time, to be fair.
Yeah. Oh, she's not going to be happy. But we need to inform her.
Okay. So we have a phone number, or do you want to go through Akuba?
Yeah, so that's your choice. You can try and call her direct, which was it was one of those. This is my number in case of emergencies.
Should we contact Kuba then instead
it
of
doesn't
her
feel
directly?
like an emergency.
Okay, so you contact Akuba. The first couple of pings don't get answered. It's like, this is adjudicator Akuba. Leave your name and Coriolis crime number. After the beep, I'll get back, kind of thing. Have you thought about emailing me or not committing crimes? You know.
I'll leave a message saying that I'll try and think about not committing crimes.
Yeah.
Press 3 to change your ways.
If you would like redemption. Yeah.
Press 1 to hear me shout at you as if you committed a misdemeanor.
Yeah. So after maybe an hour or so, she finally gets in touch. She finally answers, and I think she answers the phone with something along the lines of "Akuba, go," sort of thing, like "It's me, speak," kind of thing. It's quite like, let's get to the point.
Yeah.
Did we decide who's doing the talking?
No. Who wants to talk?
Hello?
All right.
Hello? Can you trace this call, please?
To Akuba.
Yeah. Who's talking to Akuba?
I'll talk to Akuba.
Yeah.
There
All
you
right.
go.
So the phone, the communicator is answered, and she's like, "Akuba, go."
I don't know what we're talking to her about, but I'll talk to her.
We have an update for the judge, is all we need to say.
Yeah. I'm just going to say, Akuba, this is Zelian. You might remember me. I'm the tall, handsome, amazing investigator of the crime scene. I discovered the bullets and found out the mystic had got missing. So, do you fancy? No. We need an update for the judge.
Right.
We need a meeting because we found some information that might be pertinent to the case, so we can solve this. And once it's solved, we can shelve it and get back to free time. I've got free time. Do you have free time?
Very heavy caseload at the minute. But
problem shared is a problem halved. Know what I mean?
I can meet you at Madame Chiari's chai house. It's not far from where you're staying, right?
Yeah.
You see, can show a shot. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Possibly.
It's a date.
There's a pause, and she's like, "Before the end of the watch, I'll be there."
I'll be watching for you.
She hangs up.
You okay, Zelian? Do you need some medical attention? You okay?
Therapy, I think.
Yeah.
I think I've had too much Musicola. I think I need to cut down.
May I interest you in some retro phrenology?
It's just that helmet. It's so shiny.
That's true. You've never actually seen what this person looks like.
No. I just feel this presence of someone that hates me, and it's like,
Yeah.
Taps right into my self-loathing, that does.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah. So we take the mick a bit out of each other and eventually reconvene at Madame Chiari's shy house. we kind of come full circle. This is where we began, but now we can actually sit down and.
Oh, is this where we did Operation Interference?
Yeah, this is where we were to meet Nur. That turned out to be Althea. Which was
What
then...
if an amazing plot twist? Akuba is Nur.
Oh,
I
yeah.
genuinely want that to happen now.
Or Sabitha, like, it was me all along!
Exactly, yeah.
Takes
we're the
off her
pesky
helmet,
kids.
this white shock of hair
Yeah.
comes out. Yeah. So
Roll initiative to punch.
Akuba is there. They're sat at one of the stools at the bar of Madame Chari. She's not on one of the low cushions kind of thing. And she's there, she's waiting. There's some sort of water on the table in front of her. Maybe some like pistachios or something. She's not actually eating anything. She's literally just waiting for you. Like she has no life other than her job. Which includes never eating or taking off her uniform or doing anything else. She's like Judge Dredd of Coriolis.
Which one? The cheesy 90s one or the like up to date like
Carla
edgy
Bane.
2000s one?
Carla Bane.
Nice.
Yeah,
The cool one.
the cool one. The true Dredd.
The True Dread. It's a cracking film. to
It's
be honest with
brilliant.
you. It was a nice touch putting Stallone in there as well.
Is he in it?
Oh, no. I'm thinking of a different film.
I was
got
thinking
massively confused then, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember Stallone being in the second
No.
Dread remake.
No, he's not.
Oh,
They should have put Rob Schneider in it. To be fair, he was the only thing that really made the
good.
first film.
Anyway, Akuba's
Apologies.
there. It's all right.
Cool.
You can just chill out. It's fine. It's been a long week, guys. It's been
Talk-
a long week.
Talk about Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry, are we giving Akuba and Zellian some time together then?
She won't want it.
she'll crush him.
Not if he punches her first.
One way or the other, one of us is going down. Nudge, nudge, wink,
She's
wink,
built
say
like
no
a
more.
fridge, Zellian.
She's built like a fridge. She's making my blood run.
Right, let's go sit down and talk to her.
All right.
Oh, shit, we need to be wingmen. All right, then.
Yeah. All right. Operation Chat Up Akuba is a go. Right. So she sat there. She's got a glass of water in front of her, a bowl of pistachios. She's not eating or drinking either. Looks like she is just sort of
I sit down at the
scrolling
table.
through a tabula to look at details.
Okay.
When you arrive, she puts it in like one of her pockets or into like a thing. She greets you. Afternoon. I
sit
trust
down-
your day has been productive.
I look at her and I glance at the bowl of pistachios and say, I see you like nuts. My day's been pretty good. Could get better though.
She
No. Zellian, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just... and I'll lean back and say, but yeah, that's business. Pleasure later.
Okay. She just like doesn't know where to go from here. Nobody does this. She's an adjudicator. Like
Yeah.
she could probably have you sent to
Arrest me.
prison for talking to her without the proper authority.
You offend me. Be gone, peasant.
She could, that kind of stuff. And she doesn't come down to these levels very often. We know
This is
why.
why.
Yeah. So she looks at you, and then the other two is Kasharin, Carvus there with them.
Yeah.
Zellian. All right.
Oh, yeah.
She looks at you all and kind of like, do you have an update? I trust you got the information about the blood work.
Yes,
We did, yes.
She nods. Good.
So,
We got Zellian to explain it to us because he's very clever.
Not just bronze. And I flex. Yeah.
She
Enhanced.
She looks at you and she nods. She says,
But enough of this.
"Can we focus on the case?"
Sure. We can... What, do we want to tell her everything?
yes,
Yeah.
I think it's
Alright
got
then, yeah.
to that
So-
point now.
I'm going to leave out the communicator, but I'll tell her everything else.
The ambassador
Okay.
is part of this in some regard.
Yeah,
It looks like
we
the
need to-
ambassador set up a honey trap for the
We need to
for the
get to him.
emissary.
The Corsairs.
Yes.
He was the last person that saw her alive, and the last person that had any impact on the security system.
Yeah.
And now he's disappeared. And
We
we
believe he was the one that triggered that shut off the security system on a visit to give a gift to the emissary.
Yeah, if I remember, the gift was missing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it was
arrived with like a box or something.
Yeah, when
and-
somebody left with that box after it served its purpose.
It appears that the mystics are being sent down to Kua. There is a quote-unquote real sanatorium somewhere.
Somewhere? Do you know where? Have you
Well,
seen it?
Kua.
In the cellar.
Cellar or Kua.
We
have-
know that the rebels
it?
on Kua are producing weapons for the pariah in the station. We know that shipping is.
She visibly like leans forward with like a. Shh. All right, lower
You
your
chose
volume.
the public place, you know.
I know, but I just now we're talking about rebels arming the Order of the Pariah on
I lean in
Coriolis.
conspicuously close, like.
Yeah, bump
I
into
can
a
whis-
visor.
Yeah, I can whisper if you want.
Well, that's not how I imagined.
It's just like head first into the visor.
Bonk.
I don't know where your face is. It could be anywhere in there.
Yes, as Sherry does. She's very much leaning forward and going, "Wasn't expecting you guys to be competent." Crap. Yeah. But now we're talking about rebels arming the Order of the Pariah on Coriolis. What are they doing with the Mystics? What is this Sanatorium?
Well, it seems that in some regard, the Order of the Pariah, the Sanatorium, and the Burbacils are working together to honey trap
And the Burbacil? She like what?
And the inner star as well.
Can she
They're
hear it?
involved.
Does it stop you hearing? You're just repeating all the things.
I need you to repeat it so I understand you're not being
No, we've
Making up-
Zellian could do it as a dance for you.
we've come into contact with the black tattooed people, the family.
Their lips, lip tattoos.
They are in collaboration with the Order of the Pariah. The Sanatorium has at least some people working for the Order of the Pariah to bring in mystics under the guise of curing or aiding them, and she appears to be shipping them off and smuggling them down to Kua, possibly to kill them, possibly to do some experiments on them. We're not sure of that yet.
I think that
Medical
medical
experiment.
supplies have been coming from to Kua to the sanatorium, and I think they are doing some kind of experimentation, either to try and extract mystic powers, to kind of remove them, something.
Based off the fact that they've also targeted the emissary on Coriolis, I'm also inclined to believe that they are behind the disappearance of the other emissary.
right. This and she leans back like for a minute, like I need to process this for a moment while she. So let me get this straight. The Burbacil and she looks at Kashar and the Inner Star families, drug smugglers and Coriolis thugs are involved with the Order of the Pariah and are kidnapping mystics to experiment on them in the basement of Coriolis or on Kua, and they'd kidnap the emissary.
Armed by militant rebels from Kua, yes.
Armed by and she literally whistles. She says that shit kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do you know where in the cellar?
No, we were hoping you'd be able to help us. Have you heard of Hassam Industries?
She shakes her head. No, should I? They're not one of the the main players here on Coriolis. They might be one of the smaller.
They got 30,000 bear from the Sanatorium for transporting.
Are they a shipping combine?
I assume so.
We're fairly sure that they're
Don't you
shipping
have like a
people.
database? I could look at it for you.
She waves her hand. She's like, "No way are you getting near the Coriolis database. Not by my access code. War Machine rocks, all caps. You know, that kind of thing." I can make some inquiries or at least see if I know who to look for.
Oh, and that report is really annoying, by the way.
She does that kind of like, yeah, shit. You saw that? I guess.
Oh yeah, I think
everybody
we're
saw
meeting
that.
her tomorrow.
You're meeting.
Well, Kyrus is.
I think this reporter has got people killed. I think Aaron was killed, and this old. I mean, I don't care about the old
Well,
woman.
she was
Well-
reporting on their deaths, wasn't she? So I don't know. I genuinely don't think we should meet her, but I want to see
No.
what Akuba says.
I had a meeting with that reporter originally because she had information on names that we didn't have access to at the time, and
That's
all those
true.
names were mystic people
True.
who had the mystic disease, which gave us extra information.
Have we outgrown her then?
She certainly got
believe
more
so.
information than she let on. She arrived fairly quick after the call was put to the guard.
Interesting. So yes,
She's like, I hate the media training. I wish I didn't have to do it, but it reassures people. Like, that's clearly she's quoting someone there. Like, you know, I'm being told to say it reassures
it's a good job
people.
Kashar wears a mask so Akuba can't see her expression.
Yeah. I'm really burpy now at the minute. I'm sorry, folks. I keep burping. It's not Akuba that's burping, it's me.
How much of the standard Coriolis guard are you in charge of or oversee?
I don't have a squad or a detachment itself. I rank above them. I'm an adjudicator.
Yeah, so how much of it do you know? How much of the current runnings do you know about? Anything at all? Or is it somebody else's issue?
I don't deal with the day-to-day operations. I have.
So you wouldn't know that if a bunch of new guards came on and bribed your old guard to make sure that they didn't say anything.
I understand that there is rumor of corruption within the Coriolis Guard. We have internal affairs and specific adjudicators to oversee this. I could go and raise some. Do you know are the guard involved in this as well? What are we asking this for?
There's clear militant guardsmanship on this station with Vulcan carbines and looking far more militaristic, which is not standard procedure. And their so-called reinforcement guard.
Guards shouldn't be armed with that level of firepower, not. And she
No.
gestures round like you know, like the spaceport. I know it's probably like see-through concrete and that kind of stuff, but she gestures like shots like that inside a spaceport of Coriolis. That's. And she just shakes her head like no.
Well, look on the cameras for yourself. I mean, we can give her the rough time and date. It was here.
So you're saying that there's corruption?
There's
the
I'm
guards
not
are in on
saying-
it?
an extra faction of judiciary.
There are some guards, not your guards, not the guards on the Coriolis, who have arrived here, who have been given leverage over your normal guards, and they are carrying around far heavier weaponry.
Right. That's concerning. We need to. Well, I'll take these times. Do you give her the times, like when Althea was kidnapped and that kind of stuff? Well, not
Yeah,
kidnapped, but
I
when
mean, as
that...
far as I know, Althea's not on the
Yeah.
station anymore, so she's in no danger.
All right, so she
Also,
she makes a
mention that
note.
place we were not supposed to go to by the guard captain.
Oh yeah, was it like Station 13 or something?
Yeah.
Outpost 13, I think.
Outpost 13, something like that. So she makes a note of these, and you see she's like immediately sort of emailing a colleague or something. Check this out. We need to, who's in charge of this, that kind of thing. And she's like, find out where in the basement, in the cellar of Coriolis, this real sanatorium is, or at least where they must have a private or a unofficial dock to get people off the station if they're doing that, and get things onto the station. Find it for me, and I'll pass on all the information to the judge. Leave the ambassador to me. I'll follow that up through different channels. That's
All right.
Okay, any idea how we would find an unofficial space dock from the inside?
People.
She looks at you. Yeah, she goes, "Well, you're smugglers, aren't you?"
Rama said no.
No.
I'm a free trader, thank you.
And she nods. Yeah. Well, a little too free from what I've heard.
Well, we are the
and
people solving this problem.
She kind of shrugs and she says, "Look, I only know the official channels, which involves stamping down there with guards, adjudicators, and
That'll send everybody into hiding.
by the
It's not
time
what
we
need.
always get there, she points at Carvus.
We know our way around. We can find people that know people. We've got a contact with Kishar. I can get press further with the smuggler guys that we know.
You have an idea, but it's not for your ears, Cooper.
She nods. She says, "Well, I'll take everything to the judge, and good luck."
And you?
And she stands up and leaves you sitting at Madame Sherry's.
So, Carvus, what's the idea?
So, we know Sabitha was in on this, which means she's had contact. And we have also technically a ship that's been used to do this in harbour, and we also have the knowledge of that she's been working with these people under that name specifically. We are also smugglers, free traders, but mostly smugglers. There is a chance we could use that leverage.
Are we going to offer our ship to smuggle?
We're going to offer to take the place of the missing smuggler.
I like it.
And smoke them out with that.
Which missing smuggler? You mean Sabitha?
Sabitha's
Yeah.
gone missing,
But we have a ship.
and we can run that ship. We know that ship. We know what's going on. So it's better to cut us in than to expose it, sort of thing.
And we know the aliases.
Yeah.
So we can prove it that way.
We know about Hassam training. We know about the Burbacils and the Interstar. We give them not exactly what we know, but kind of nod into that. Yeah, I like it.
If the Burbacils talk about the incident, we will simply say that we were trying to get to the bottom of this and get our due cut. And since she's not here, we will take over operations.
Yep, I like it.
Threatening with One Punch Man.
One punch. That's very
Alright.
underhanded and devious, but I love it. Yeah.
Should I try this communication device first?
Yeah, you should.
Because that's going to...
Is it something I used to make a phone call, send an email, text them?
It's like the cheapest kind of Nokia phone one could purchase.
Okay, we can definitely kill some with this, and it's smaller
You
than a
could
fridge.
beat someone to death with it. It's that good.
I could
Cool.
try. Who do
Just
we
play a
want to beat
quick
to
game
death
of
with it?
Snake.
Yeah. When
What's
you open it up, it's got no phone numbers, no incoming calls, no outgoing calls. It's never been used.
Is it turned on and powered?
It's got power, and you switch it on. Yeah.
I guess I have to wait for him to contact me then.
Mm-hmm.
How long would it take for him to contact? What time of day is it roughly, Millie?
It's coming towards the end of third watch. So out of the, you know, there's 4 watches of the day.
Yeah.
It's coming towards the end of the third one.
I think after fourth watch, then once he's done with his duties in Sanatorium.
Duty.
All right then. Yeah. Should we go and
Yeah.
maybe get some cheap food? Put the bullets in the guns or the small rockets in the guns.
Do we talk to reporter lady?
I don't think so. No, to be honest with you,
No.
she's like a massive pain in the arse, really, isn't she?
Yeah, that's true. Is there anyone else we need to talk to? Is there anyone else?
And I've got a contact number, but I don't know what we gain out of contacting her.
Well, fame, notoriety, unwanted
I
attention.
could false lead her somewhere though.
I just
But I don't know what it's going to accomplish.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't seem daft. And I guess either she's somehow part of the conspiracy, or has just as a person in the guard, because they did say she got there quite quickly.
Yeah, I think she's gotten wind of this assassinating with mystics and is finding it as a way for her to get back into the good books with her employer.
Did look pretty happy on TV.
Yeah.
All right. As we're planning this, the communicator that the phone that Kashar has, it chirps.
Before I answer, how many darkness points did you spend?
2. two darkness points.
do we know what they're for yet? Like,
Messing with
didn't-
us.
So,
he didn't say.
typically darkness points can be used in combat to do things like, oops, you've just used the last round.
Yeah.
You have to spend an action.
I know objectively what they're used for. I just didn't know what you specifically used them for. Whether
And
yeah.
then there are events in the campaign that cost darkness points to happen.
No, okay.
Yeah.
There's a varying cost between what they are and what they are.
So what you're saying is, the more time we push it, the more we will 100% experience the
The
Getting
campaign,
it.
the campaign.
Kick-
Yeah, totally.
kicking, yeah.
Cool.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
100 darkness points in a combat, and we all die.
That's cool. I'm gonna like push all the rolls now. Didn't make my cup of tea properly. I'll push.
Touch all the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poke
All right then.
all the things.
So
All
he's
right.
ringing me.
So no, it doesn't ring. It just chirps. The notification of like a message has come through, and it basically says, "Meet me in the Garden of the Seekers, and at 4th watch, midway through 4th watch." So he's basically saying, "Meet me in a park in the middle of the night."
That's not going to be an ambush.
See, this is what you're aiming for, Zellian. This is what you're aiming for. This is where you got to get a Kuba to.
Yeah, meet me in the Garden of the Seekers, middle of 4th watch.
Fine. Is it what kind of armor can you buy, or some kind of force field?
You want a personal ED field? They don't make them, but yeah.
Damn it.
You could buy a combat shield like Carvis has got.
don't
like,
To be
Need
honest
it.
with you, I just get a mannequin, dress it in my clothes, and stick it on a bench.
I'm happy to go in as the.
No, you don't need it.
No, I mean, I don't mind going, because, you know.
Brett suggests buying an APC.
Oh, yeah.
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 I'm just
I
gonna
don't I don't think we have them on Coriolis.
A tiny
roll
APC.
through the park just on an APC.
Yeah, I mean, with we could do like an A-team montage and just get a bunch of shopping trolleys and somehow weld them together. I mean, they're almost the right shape.
Well, if we're going to do this, why don't we go now so we can scout out the place and check to see, and then we'll
Yeah,
have
that's
an
good.
advantage.
Yeah.
I don't think whatever they can throw at us, we can't take. Let's go.
You're wearing
And what-
armor and have a metal
yeah.
hand.
Yeah, what I would suggest though is that I go as the point person. So if they do throw a grenade or whatever, I'm likely to survive it, whereas instantly like
I don't
immolate
think they'll
one of
throw
you
a
two.
grenade, if I'm honest.
But you know what I mean? Like if they
Yeah,
start
they might
just
shoot you,
shooting
though.
first, I'll go first because I've got
Right.
heavy armor.
I will be on a bench somewhere.
Yeah, if you guys want
Watching.
to.
It depends how
Blend-
cautious he's being, because if he's expecting just Kashai,
I don't think he'd just expect you. We were all three of us with the last time.
we could
All right.
talk. We could
Have you
dig
Have you got a spare veil, Kashar? I could,
lots.
I could wear that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You gonna cover yourself in Kashar's veil?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And disguise myself so that obviously we're a slightly different build, but
This
walking
is going to be like Cinderella and Ugly Sisters.
yeah, walking through the park in the dark at night, it's going to be less weird.
Giant silhouette with a robot arm.
Unless it's some kind of modern like garden with an integrated kitchen, I'm not worried about accidentally killing this guy, so I'll just be like, "Oh, it's me, Kashar! What a wonderful evening in the park!"
Nailed it, yeah.
It's exactly like one of Kashar's personalities. Exactly.
Oh,
yes. Just yeah. So Carvus would know the Garden of the Seekers. It is it's basically it's not one garden really. It's many gardens, and they're all modelled on different parts of the Third Horizon. So there's like a Kuan jungle and a Debaran and all different kinds of
Aesthetics.
And they all link through these twisting paths to the Temple of the Seekers in the middle, like this odd meditative place. And everybody is allowed. Like, there's no barrier to entry in the Garden of the Seekers. Everybody's allowed. So it's from like what did they say? So the guard who beat a troublemaker one too many times, to the spice merchant mourning his stillborn daughter, the couple who have loved each other since before the station was constructed, and the deckhand who needs to get out of her family's quiet apartment to eat a picnic on the grass. The Garden of the Seekers welcomes them all. By tradition, and out of respect for the Seekers, the calm is seldom broken here, and violent intentions are to be left at the gate.
I immediately unsling my rifle.
Yeah.
All right, so it's effectively what might be considered neutral ground by the hopeful.
Yeah. I mean, the Seekers are odd. I don't think anybody
Never
is saying about my order. The Seekers by most folk are seen as like this odd branch of the Church of the Icons. They're all a little bit weird, and they're kind of seen as gurus and like leaders and not leaders, gurus and prophets and
incense burning hippie folk with crystals, that kind of thing.
yeah, but people you should listen to, because somewhere in the gibberish is wisdom and truth and that kind of stuff, and the
a
words
desire to stab people.
yeah,
From what I've seen.
yeah, and a Mercurium sword.
Some of us channel our confusion into different directions.
So the Seekers, this is the Garden of the Seekers is supposed to be a place where, depending on where the Seeker is from, they can go and center themselves and be at peace, and that's extended to everyone, kind of thing. So what's the intention here? We're going to get in a little bit early and
Yeah, I mean, I
scout
depend on
around.
where we're meeting, because he said Garden of the Seekers. That could be anywhere. So I assume it
Is that at
means
the centre of it?
the temple.
Yeah.
Then
There'll be like a big open.
I will
like,
go and happily
quadrangle
pray
or
and
something.
do
Temple-y
poppy
stuff.
and temple stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
do like actual be an actual preacher for a bit.
We could hide Zellian on the roof.
I'm not getting up no roof. It's all right. I'm gonna stand like in the middle, obviously, so that he knows where we are.
Mm-hmm.
If you two want to hide, then if the thing is, if I look obviously in the middle and I'm alone, they might come out of wherever they're hiding, and if you're already hiding, you'll then be able to ambush the ambushes. That's the idea.
No,
I
I'll hide in plain sight by being.
Yeah, I don't mind being the
Being a
sacrificial
seeker.
pawn because I am a big chunk, and it's fine.
Oh, Zellian is a big chunk.
Yeah,
It's a big jump.
I have armor, I have health, I am prepared. It's my thing. Getting into. Plus, I think in my head I'm like, I want to be in the middle of risk because that's where I'm comfortable. Like, combat is scary. Waiting for it, I just want to be there in the middle. Like, just get it.
Oh, that kind of uncertain
Yeah,
time before. Yeah.
yeah. I don't want to freak out, and if I'm in the middle of it, I can't. I just have to deal with it.
Right, okay. You don't want time to think about all the things that
No.
could go wrong in combat.
It's like
Yep.
the vets who have the most fun they ever had was in a firefight, and it's just like,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Alright. Okay, that is our Zillion. Alright, so at the center of the Garden of the Seekers, we want to head to there because there's like just look, there
Nope.
we go. Look, can you see? There you go. There's like a
Fancy.
lake.
Is it the where the 3 bridges meet in the centre?
yeah.
There is 3 bridges that meet in the center.
I
and
think
it
we
is
should
called,
get
it is called
Zellion
the
like a
meeting point.
rebreather, and you can hide in the water.
I don't need a rebreather. I'll just need a bamboo stick and cover myself in mud. It's fine.
Hardcore mode activated.
I'll do that whole predator thing at the end. Just come out of the mud like.
Yeah. All right. So
Are you going to set up some stake traps and some flying logs?
Yep, me and my friendly gang of Ewoks will do that.
Yeah.
That'd be
Roll
my
for
favourite
Ewoks.
crossover: Ewok versus Predator.
Yeah. I will just meander about and do religious ceremony and
Yeah.
just if anybody's coming along, I'll be a seeker and a preacher to them. I'll just blend in plain sight because I know I cannot hide.
I'll stand
Not in your
with
coffee gold.
Zellion.
Yeah. All right. So we get there early. We head around. There is this place in the middle of the gardens near the temple. On this sort of, there's waterfalls. There's like a sort of artificial lake. 3 bridges meet. There's a bunch of statues of folks that Carvus would know, and everybody else probably has to go up and look at the little plaque on the bottom and press triangle and get the information and that kind of stuff, and eventually unlock an achievement for it. But
Yeah.
for the most part, big beautiful statues, beautifully manicured gardens. There's a few folk who are like, oh, Seeker, what should I do about my a competing baklava stand is doing much better than me. How do I, now they've had a bereavement, should I, out of respect, stop serving baklava, or should I up the marketing? Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing. Those sort of questions and looking for wisdom and
Seeking out the knowledge from within, but without.
Yeah.
Look towards the guidance of the constellations and the stars of the icons among you,
You're like DJ.
and you will find the answers within the church.
yeah. Magic 8 Ball.
I lean down and say, murder your competition. That works.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah.
He means economically.
He's like, I'm off to Ozone Plaza. Better buy some. Yeah. All right.
Guns.
Yeah. So from the early evening, as the hollow light from the ceiling in the park slowly fades, the green garden changes into its nighttime dress, cycling through blues and greys and reaching a black, just as the last visitors start to leave. A group of Tarabs and artists linger, practicing acrobatics, singing and juggling in the torches, and they eventually pack up and leave. Their voices fade and exit, and you are alone. Where is Brother Ramas?
Yeah, it's definitely an ambush.
Mm-hmm. I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was debating about leaving the phone a bit away from me, but I also kind of need it.
Are we deep into 4th watch now?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So he was going to arrive at the middle, and you're getting closer to first watch, start of the next day even.
I mean, if it's an ambush, it's a pretty long time to wait.
Yeah. One of us can make an observation test.
Not me. I'm too busy being a preacher.
Is the best.
I get 4 dice.
I
It's
get
like, I'll get my
7.
incense burner out and start. What is
Do
it
you
called? A
get
sensor.
one
A
for me
sensor.
helping as
Yeah.
well?
That's 8.
Start doing a
then.
sensor and
Yeah, 'cause I've
wafting
got
this mist around.
wits 4, observation
Preaching
3,
to the
so 1, 3,
icons.
4.
I like to think that your sensors are actually need to show up with like The nunchucks? Yeah, nunchucks,
like
yeah.
spin them around.
It's just his sword on a
Smoke
rope.
coming out each end, yeah.
It's a sensor. It looks like a sword. No, it's a sensor.
Tiny, it's like a little vape thing on the bottom, puffing out smoke out the hilt.
I dropped a dice. I
Oh,
have
no.
dropped. I got 2 so far though.
2, nice.
2.
You should use your 6 from last time and make it a critical.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. The 6 that chat bought me. Let's critically look for this guy.
All right, okay, cool.
Where is he?
So,
You see the drone a moment too late. So,
drone flying. All right, okay.
I just see the red laser dot. Like, oh, what's that? Oh wait.
all right, so Carvus, who's in the blessing end of evening cleansing of the park or whatever it is the Seekers do when nobody's in the Garden of the Seekers. He's in the middle of that in routine. You see Zellion from your sort of vantage point. I guess you've sat on a bench and you could, with a good view of everything, you see Brother Ramus kind of hurriedly and very what's the best way to shaken, and he's walking quickly like shadows. He's sort of like, what the, and then he'll move on again, and he's heading towards Carvus. As he's sort of making his way along, you spot kind of further behind him 3 or 4 of the acrobats and the jugglers, and they're jogging back, and
Oh, we're gonna have to fight some jugglers.
and they're jogging back, and one of them is like, no, I think I left it over on the bridge, pal, kind of thing, and the other is like, oh, that kind of thing, and they're doing that sort of, one of them has left something behind, I'll run it back and get it, all right, we'll come with you to help, that kind of stuff. And they're jogging back, Brother Ramus, he puts his hand into his pocket as he sees Carvus, and he works out who Carvus is. He puts his hand into his pocket.
I'm gonna take my gun and aim it at him.
No, he's
Like,
getting the communicator.
No, if I see him reaching for something while Carvus isn't looking, I want to instantly like pistol out like, whoa.
Kashar is just going
It's a gun.
Shoot
Kashar
Down,
just-
Mr. President.
Yeah, I'm just going to quickly.
I'm not gonna shoot him. I'm gonna wait.
I'm just going to send a chirp to my, from one private account to another private account that says, Brother Ramus shooketh. Press next to find out why. You will never believe the shock.
I mean, it's 1:45. I could end here. We could just, chill.
No,
All right.
no clickbait.
So he puts his hand into his pocket. Zellion is like,
Getting ready.
and he is like, it's you. I thought it would be the.
These 2 finger guns. Wait, you like?
No, he, with his other hand, while he's still rummaging around in his
I think he beat you. He drew first.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's. I thought I gave the communicator to the woman, but it's you. You'll do. And
High praise.
he pulls out
Yeah.
a tag, like a little mini sort of data store. And,
Yeah.
He
Yes.
reaches out to you to hand it over.
I will take it from him before he gets shot in the back of the head.
I'm also here. I was stood next to Zellion.
Oh, you that close? Oh, I didn't think you were that close. I thought you were being somewhere surreptitious.
No, I changed my mind because everyone was leaving the park, so it was completely pointless being like the only 2 people in there.
He reaches passes this over to you, and that is indeed where there is a crack of the Vulcan
I knew it.
shot, and he falls onto Carvus, like thunk into your
I will
arms.
grab him and literally. I have one data in one hand. I will just grab him and put my back towards wherever that shot came from and start dragging him towards the center
Right.
with Zellion and
Do I
Kara.
notice where the shot comes from?
Yes, it's one of the jugglers.
I'm gonna fucking shoot a juggler in the face.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you mentioned them, I thought, kill the jugglers. I knew it.
Kill the jugglers.
Killed.
It's
the
always the
jugglers.
circus folk.
Always the jugglers. and
Really
the
is.
acrobats.
Interesting scientists.
When I was reading this ambush, this scene, I imagine like they have the batons, the juggling things.
Yeah.
And like they've put a gun inside one of them, and he's just holding like a juggling club, and he's just got, like some sort of James Bond pew pew kind of thing.
I love the idea that they've got like one of those sniper rifles. You see, they open the case, and it's just different, like a juggling ball and a club and like a hoop, and they just construct a rifle out of circus equipment. Like
Yeah. So he
Right,
so he falls into your arms. You cover him essentially.
Yeah.
And then Zellion is gonna shoot.
I'm just gonna wheel around and just
Do we
because
roll
gun in
for-
hand
Right,
already.
let Zellion make his ranged combat, and then we will determine initiative order.
Initiative.
So my ranged combat is 3 + 5. 4, 5, and then the Vulcan cricket I have in my notes.
Is the bonus +1 dice?
Yes. Yeah.
That's cool. I get 8 dice to shoot people.
Nice.
+1 bonus. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wow.
Let's go. Yeah, I think this is the first,
It's your first shot.
Yeah.
my first shot ever. Hi. Oh, Jesus Christ! I've blown his head off. 4 6s.
Wow. All right.
So
What
What are you gonna do?
What is your base damage?
So my base damage is 2. It's crit 2. So technically I've crit
you can
twice.
crit.
So
No, you,
Okay.
So
you can
you'll
choose
use-
to crit.
Yeah, you'll use up 1 success just to hit, which means you've got 3 spare successes.
Yeah.
You could then use 2 of them to crit, and then you've got a spare one.
Right. The spare one I can add to the damage, can't I?
Yeah.
You can either add to the damage or have a reroll on the crit dice.
Should we crit him? See what happens.
I think
Well,
so, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's crit him.
Let's roll some
Turn the
armor.
juggler into a clown.
All right. So he reduces the damage by 1 because he gets
Ooh.
1 point of armor.
Well, I will.
He succeeded with 1 point of armor.
Yeah.
And then roll
I'm trying to
your-
think of some really good, like puns, like catch this. Like,
I don't know. Trinity's dodge this is the best one
Yeah.
ever.
Juggle that instead of
Juggle
dodge
that.
this.
Catch.
juggle this. 61.
Oof.
I.
Do you want to re-roll that? Or
I
are you
don't
happy
know.
with the 61.
I'm assuming
61.
that the first dice being 6 is good.
Yeah, 6 is like lethal
66 blew a guy's head apart.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So the higher the number, the
range. Yeah,
more
So,
lethal it is.
65 and
Six-
66 are instant kill, and
So-
the others are like.
I don't
quick
know
kill.
what
It's
61 is.
likely to be at least a paper cut then.
94. Let's see.
Yes. 6 and 1, 61.
93, 94, 95.
Juggle.
All right,
6 and
90,
1. Massive
61.
brain trauma.
No, 61.
All right, so you shoot him. It hits him in the shoulder, and he drops the gun he had to the floor. You can just see like in the dark light and that kind of stuff. Like you've hit, there's a wound to the bone here. Like it's such a deep hit. He screams in pain.
Can I use my extra dice to increase the damage?
Yeah. So how much damage did you do?
I did. That would be 3 altogether. 3, 1 for the hit. Well, 2 for the normal, plus 1 for the increase.
And then you
Yeah, so-
destroyed his arm.
And I destroyed it. Ha! You'll never juggle again, fucko!
Yeah.
No more handstands for you.
I'm glad I didn't kill him, but I ruined his juggling career. That's what he
Yeah.
deserves.
Permanently lost arm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
You Yeah.
Wait, you made him your twin.
destroy his arm. He indeed will need some if he survives, because this could be fatal. Let me find his stats again.
This could be fatal, and we're not playing.
Alright. So yeah, he shouts. You see him. Give him a hand, everybody. Gosh, you're horrible humans in chat.
Give him a choice of hands, surely, like, you know.
Yeah, so he drops. You hear the clatter of whatever he was shooting with fall to the floor. As you look behind, there's a moment where these other three guys sort of stop and consider
Stop juggling for a second. They were still juggling.
What's going on, and then let's make initiative.
Cool. I get +2 because of my.
You roll 2 dice and take the best.
Yeah.
Is that what we all do?
Mm-hmm. It depends on what's your initiative bonus for your dice. Your
+2?
Yeah, so roll 2 dice, take the best. No, roll 3 dice, take the best, even.
3 dice?
Yeah, because it's +2 to initiative, yeah.
Okay, so you don't add the +2 to initiative, you add extra dice?
No, I'm getting it wrong.
I thought it was what we did last time.
So roll 1 dice.
Yeah.
If you're using that weapon, it will give you... it will up your number by 2.
Okay.
There we go.
And my agility or wits does not affect this?
No.
I got 8.
Yeah, James can roll 2 dice, take the best one, and then add the initiative
Add
bonus
2
onto
to
that.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a combat veteran.
I got a 5 because I don't think I'll be using my weapon this round, at least. Anyway.
What did you get?
I got 4. Including my +2 bonus.
Cool. I need to check on these boys. Oh, they might not all be boys. That's cool. That's really good. Yeah. 3. All right. So Zellian, you fire off. There is this moment of pause.
Ooh, you just got a lot louder for some reason.
Sorry. I don't know what I did. Technology.
Yep.
Woo.
It's better now.
And you fire off this shot. The guy, there's a clatter of stuff. You hear people, like whoever was straggling in the park, immediately are like, no, running, scrabbling. But you have the initiative. You have the combat prowess to be ready for this.
Yeah, it's just instinct now.
Yeah.
How far away from the jugglers am I?
I think your Kashar and Carvis are short range, and you would be medium range.
All right. I intend to use my whole action move, whatever. I don't know how we do it.
You've got 3 points to
I've
move.
got. I got +4 meters on my movement because of my cybernetic muscles.
Ooh.
Because I soldiery, $1 million man here, and I'm just gonna run full tilt, as fast and as far as possible, at a juggler.
Cool.
Because one's down. I don't want anyone else getting away, and we need to speak with these guys. So I just want to basically, if I'm too far away to get to them, that's my turn. I'm just gonna try and charge and knock one to the ground.
From juggler to hugler.
All right, I think that would be all 3 of your action points because you can sprint a short distance with 1 action point.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got your cybernetic muscles that'll get you a little bit closer. And then when you get there, it would be 2 action points to sort of attack them in close combat. So if you combine all of that in a charge like a
I'm just gonna
rugby
spear.
tackle kind of thing.
Bam!
Bash into this second dude who's just behind the disarmed guy, and
Disarmed, literally.
Yeah, and make a close combat roll.
Okie dokie. My close combat skill is melee skill 2, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And my unarmed skill is bonus 0, so nothing. So just these 6. No, 5, 5, 3, 3, 3, 1. I'm gonna.
You gonna push?
Push.
Sure.
Push that. Yeah. I'm gonna get this guy down. No, 5, 5, 4, 3, 1, 2. Nothing.
Oh, no. All right, so you get there, and this dude is ready for you. So as
He's
you
an acrobat. He does like a leap or something.
yeah, so as you do that, he sort of shuffles, and there's this standoff between Zelian and the second dude. Carvus, you have in your arms Brother Ramus, and as he's bleeding out, because he's just an old, just
Bag
an
of blood.
old sack of meat. And as he's bleeding out, he says, "Remember me in your prayers."
No. To Stardust you shall return.
Yeah.
And I assume he dies, and I can't really stop that.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Where are you going? I'm gravely injured."
I was going to try and first aid him, but he's dead.
No, he had no armor. He took all the shot. They are
Vicious jugglers.
yeah.
Maybe he didn't tip, you know.
They have a talent that can make things worse. Go away, Flo.
They are clowns.
Yeah,
In which
Joey.
case, I will settle him down on the ground, drop my bag, take out my shield, and then turn and move towards these jugglers.
Sure.
Throw out sword and shield and sword, literally shield and sword towards them.
Clunk, clunk.
Kashar will
Yeah.
start
Man.
singing Brave Sir Robin.
Yeah. All right, so you move up to this to not far away from Zelian and the one-armed juggler. Kashar, what are you doing?
Shoot back.
He's a one-armed bandit.
He's a one-armed bandit. Yeah. What are you doing?
Shooting back.
All right.
Remind me, I can shoot twice, but once at a disadvantage.
Yeah, so you could do a normal shot and then a quick shot, which is -2. So you get 2 shots. So your normal shot would be 2 action points, and your quick shot would be 1 action point.
Cool.
Or
Can you aim or anything?
Well, you only have 3 points, so you could do an aimed shot.
Next turn.
No, so your quick shot is 1 action point, and your normal shot is 2 action points.
Okay, I'm pretty sure Kashar's just going to hold a gun sideways and just open fire. Yeah. So my normal shot, I get 1 extra dice for the gun. 2 for shooting is 3, and agility is 5, so 8.
8, yeah.
Pew pew.
Yeah. Oh, I got 2 6s, so I'm going to use my 6 from last time to turn that into a crit. Is that how that
Nice,
works? I need
nice.
3 in
Sure.
total?
Yeah, so you got...
If it's a cricket, yeah, you need 3.
Yep.
So what's the crit range on a cricket?
Well, you said I was at short range, so
No, the crit value. What is
+2.
Crit 2.
Yeah, crit 2.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just checking. All right, so what's the damage?
Does it include those 2? Oh, no, the damage is 2.
So you're going to do 2 damage,
Yes,
You
and
can-
the crit.
and then you want to roll a crit as well. All right.
I do, yeah.
Come on. Be good.
All right, so he takes... His armor knocks off 1 point of damage. So you're shooting the one-armed bandit. He gets 1 point of damage more.
Oh, I'm shooting a different
Oh, you're
person.
shooting a different
yeah,
one.
Yeah, that
Right.
guy's practically dead. He's got no arm, so...
Okay. He takes 1 point of damage, and then you're going to crit him.
Yes. The
Crit him.
brown ones first.
Okay.
55?
55.
Ooh, that's a good one. Up the ziggurat even. It must be a good one, that. What's 55? Let's have a look.
55! No longer
Ooh.
alive.
Ooh. It's another arm.
Yeah. You've taken to...
We're going to send your whole troop to the Dole Cube.
you don't want to let these guys juggle. All right. So you clip this other guy on the shoulder, and you just see like blood. You can see it running down his arm. You can see it dripping on the floor.
I love it.
Just maliciously ruining their profession if they are indeed real.
It's not enough to kill them. We have to make sure they never juggle again.
Yeah. And then as it is 10 p.m. And it will be their go next, we'll pick that up next week, and I can have us a map, and we can know where things are. And
On the
Awesome.
map, can we have the guy's arm as a separate...
a separate location as well. Maybe.
Yeah.
maybe.
And then when you get there, get one of those little cone things and put it next to it, like an evidence marker.
Caution, slippery surface.
Yeah.
This guy's blood's everywhere.
Exactly.
We are really ruining this Zen peace garden right now.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't start it. That's always the
didn't
best excuse in a court of law, right?
We didn't break peace. We were going to return it to peace.
Yeah. I like that. That's good.
All right,
Only
folks.
war
We're
can
rendering
make
them
peace.
harmless.
Oh, man.
I did that. I'm not, that's my actual legal defence if this comes to court.
Fine. Sure. Right, yeah, it is 10 o'clock. Ordinarily, we would go and raid Garblag Games for some of their Masks of Analia Thotep, but that's on a break for this week or two. So we have no one to raid, although I think they are live. I think the Garblag are doing something interesting. I don't know what, but as Matt is unwell, get well soon, Matt. We can't go and raid. We will just encourage you to head over to twitch.tv/Garblag Games. Let me pop a link in chat.
Nightbot will tell you off and ban you.
No, it won't ban me. Oh no, wrong chat. I'm putting them in the wrong chat. There we go. Twitch.tv/Garblag Games. Drop along, say hello. I really enjoy Tales from the Loop. It is one of my favourite things. Oh no, my screen has just crashed.
Yes.
Mine too.
I don't know if I can ever not be live. And now my computer's crashed.
Oh, are we gone?
Hopefully that'll end the stream.
Yeah, network error.
I don't know. That was exciting. It's come back.
I've just said we lost internet.
I think we're live. I don't know.
Are we back?
Are we back?
We might be back.
All right, let's just play the credits.